So today is day 3 of anxiety, living with it. And today is a perfect example of a day I'm struggling. I'm struggling not because of this video. I went to a meeting with my wife last night for a band she's part of, and they were talking about redoing their whole entire website. And I was kind of the person saying, hey, this is what we need to do, this is how we need to do it. And I gave a timeline of the end of June. But this morning I woke up and I felt like I needed it all done now. And if I didn't, then the meeting last night, I was BSing them. I wasn't being truthful and how easy it was. But I struggle with that because I want it to be perfect. Now, the website they have now is very slow, very old school, and I want to make it a little more flashy. But again, the perfection part, which a lot of people struggle with, is they want something to be perfect. Not good, perfect. And that's not how the world works. Everyone, for everything, there can always be better, right? A golfer doesn't shoot 18. A basketball star doesn't hit 100% of their shots for their whole career. It's impossible to be perfect. God's perfect, I'm not. Pretty much that's that simple, right? My anxiety comes with the stress of being perfect. It sounds weird. I don't want to impress the people. I don't want to disappoint the people. Now, you think to yourself, well, that's every day. You don't want to disappoint people that you care about. These people aren't related to me. My wife's in the band, but that's about it. I don't have anything to prove other than I want to make it better. I struggle with the same thing with just day-to-day activities. When I teach, I want to be perfect. When I was working as a security guard, I don't want to miss anyone stealing. If I'm working with homeless veterans, if a veteran didn't get a house when they were supposed to, I got upset. And when I was in the military, if I felt like someone didn't think I could do my job, I did it so much better to prove that I could. This is a struggle people, I guess, with anxiety struggle. That's what we struggle with. And I didn't know how deep or how bad it was until I started watching myself on camera. What I've realized is I have a hard time looking like I'm doing right now. I'm looking at the camera, okay? I have a hard time with that. I have a hard time with, when I look at myself, I start doubting everything I'm saying. I start doubting who I am, what I am, why I'm doing it. I don't know if you noticed, but I have this red dot on my chin. I have other parts of my body. When I start getting nervous, anxious, and doubtful, I start playing with my body. I don't know if other people in anxiety struggle with this, but I literally start just grasping at my hair and at my skin and at other parts of my body. And it's not exactly good for you. If you struggle with this, let me know how you figured it out, because I haven't figured it out yet. The other struggle I have with this is when I'm really anxious, I go to two other things. I go to, hey, lots of caffeine. Caffeine's not good for me, my heart, my brain. It's not good for any of it. Lots of caffeine. I'll down a couple Red Bulls and not tell my wife. And then I'll pound sugar. Skittles is my big one. Twizzlers. And what's funny is, I think my family's realizing this now, is when I drive long road trips, and I do it with my kids always buy me Twizzlers. And they said, well, it's because you like Twizzlers. I don't actually like Twizzlers. It's the pulling and the chewing and the just feel of it in my mouth. It distracts me from the stress of driving. If you've ever driven through New York or Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Connecticut, any of these areas in the Northeast, it's not as simple as it should be. So when you go out west, it's lots of straight lines for 300 miles. In the Northeast, it makes no sense, certain parts. You can go to New York and think you're on the right bridge and you're 3 bridges over. Or you go to the George Washington Bridge and you go to the bottom and you miss the exit, and magically you get charged $25 more because you went on the wrong exit. If you go on the top, you have to fight with tractor trailers and potholes and everything else. Go to Pennsylvania, depending on where you're going, it can be $12 or $50. And you don't know until the bill comes because it's all electronic. And driving like that, you would think, hey, you get used to it. I've driven to Pennsylvania a lot. I don't even know how many times. My kids went to school there. Some of my kids live there. I have kids who lived in North Carolina, Texas, Las Vegas. I've driven in Kansas. I've driven all over the country. I've driven in different parts of the world. Driving stresses me out. And it stresses me out because I can't control what the other person's doing. Now, everyone says that. They're like, well, I can only drive the way I drive. I have to trust my driving ability. Everyone gets stressed when they drive. My stress is, I guess, different. In my mind, it's different. Because I expect everyone to try to kill me. I expect everyone is going to move over and hit me. I expect every police officer to pull me over. I expect every tractor trailer to try to kill me like Final Destination. That is my fear every time I start the car. Now, does it stop me from driving? No. Why? Because that's what my family has always depended on me to do. So, if my daughter calls me from Pennsylvania, hey, emergency, I need to come home. I'm not going to be like, hey, figure it out. I'm going to go, okay, I'll be there. And I drive down, pick her up, bring her back, even though I hate every minute of it. And I hate every minute of it because I want to go from point A to point B and get there safely and alive. And every day when I look at these long trips, I look point A, point B, and I try to figure out 6 or 7 places that I could die. I took my wife to Vermont this weekend, and you go up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain, down. Okay, all the time. And the weather wasn't great. There's a lot of crazy people on the road. And I chose directions to places that took longer because there was less chance of people on the road. That's a little weird, maybe. So our trip should have taken us 2.5 hours. But I didn't want to go on the highway from Massachusetts to Vermont. So what I did was I took the back roads from Maine to Vermont. It took a lot longer, but less people, right? And then we went from Vermont to Albany, New York. We went 90% back roads. Now we did 90% back roads because, well, less people. Now when you go to New York, of course, you can't find back roads anywhere. It's just because the way the world is, right? New York is New York. And because of that, you kind of just get stuck. You kind of get stuck in the mindset of New York is going to try to kill me. Now, we had a good time. I drove, no problem. My wife probably could have driven. I drove. I have a lot of stress when people drive me too. So it's not just me driving. It's the vehicle with the wheels stresses me out. I spent time overseas. I drove things over there. I always worried about that too. Now, the funny part is, and this is the part where fellow soldiers, fellow people who have been through crazy might be able to help me. My anxiety before I deployed for driving was nowhere near what it is now. It's nowhere near as it is now. And when I was overseas, we drove, and when we were on a convoy or anything else, everything was trying to blow us up. Everything. Everything, everyone, everywhere. If you were in the head truck, the lead truck with a mine roller, and you were a gunner, or you were the driver, you were the A driver, your whole job was to look for things that were trying to kill you. That can be a little stressful. Just a little bit, okay? And then every day you wake up and people are trying to bomb you. It's just normal things. You're driving around the fob and you're like, I'm safe here, but then 2 weeks later a rocket comes in and blows people up. It's just every day. So I get home. I think, I'm fine. My driving is erratic, stupid. I've had to learn a lot again how to be calm, settle my mind enough to drive anywhere. Now, when I drive long distances, I try to have an audiobook or certain music or certain things near me to help with that anxiety. I listen to audiobooks on stories that I know. I'll listen to Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or Harry Potter. And the reason I do that is I can focus on the background noise. I know what's going on. but I don't have to focus directly on the story because I know what's going on, but I can focus on it enough to take the edge off of driving. The problem is, of course, is if you have someone else with you, maybe they don't want to listen to Harry Potter for the 44th time, or maybe they want to have a conversation, or maybe they want to show you something, and all that stuff, it explodes my brain. It's so much. I have a hard time focusing. I have a hard time doing. Now, here's what I'm trying to do. I have an appointment today. I have an appointment next week. And what I'm trying to do is figure out, is there something I can do without medication or with the medication I'm on that will help me long term? Okay, I'm not trying to get fixed tomorrow. I know the human brain doesn't work that way. But I'd like some thoughts on what I can do to either speed up the process or make the process less exhausting. I didn't sleep well last night. Why did I sleep well last night? I honestly didn't sleep well last night because I was thinking about the website. I was thinking about disappointing my wife. I was thinking about today. I have therapy today. I was thinking about, am I actually going crazy, or is this just some weird ploy that I'm doing subconsciously to get pity from the world? I was thinking about people I know who are dealing with struggles. I was thinking about people who I've helped with their VA stuff, and I'm hoping they don't fail at it. And if they fail at it, I feel responsible because I helped them. And it's my fault if they fail, and I don't want them to fail. Now, I've helped people out with their taxes. I've helped people out with their VA stuff. I've helped people do lots of different things. And normally, successful. Not always, but normally. And when something is slower than it's supposed to be, or takes longer than it's supposed to, or doesn't work out, and they tell me, I automatically go, what did I do wrong? Now, I didn't do anything wrong. Of all the ones that have failed, it's nothing I did. It's more bureaucracy at its finest, okay? It's just the way the world is. Sometimes they say no, and then you say but, and then all of a sudden like, oh yeah, we'll take care of you, okay? A veteran who deployed, who inhaled bad chemicals and was around fire and had things hit their head should not have to ask the VA for help. It should be, here you go, but it's not. Soldiers who went and lived on a ship and sat in an engine room and became deaf and got hurt hips and knees and struggled with day-to-day activities because they were confined in a small quarters all day for 4 years should not go, please, VA, can I have some help? It should just be, here you go. But it's not. Our government does whatever it can to not give money to people who should, in my mind, get it. And we give money to people who don't need it. We have bailed out many people who have a lot of money. Now, they don't pay taxes because their money's all in stock options, and that makes them have no real net worth. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, they have no real money. They have stocks worth billions of dollars. And what they do is they take loans against the billions of dollars, which can't be taxed, and then they pay off the loans with their stock options it's just a horrible circle of crazy, okay? And that's how we live. My stress, my thoughts, my anxiety today is people depend on me to help them. People depend on me to make things easier for them. And when I can't at a rate that I feel is fast enough, I screw up. I mess up. I take shortcuts. I do it the wrong way. And so like this website, I told them I'm going to have a practice website by the end of June. And then in July, we can launch it. That was last night. And today I'm like, oh my God, I'm not done yet. I'm bringing a band has a website that has scanned pictures on it, real pictures with red eyes and glistening from the picture, the 5x7 that they scanned. And I'm trying to bring them to an age where they can have videos and online content and just things that make sense, like Google Docs and Google Forms, so they can people can submit things for scholarships or they want to donate money. These are all things that I'm doing, and I'm expecting it to be done in 2 hours, and that's not how the world works. So here's the thing. I struggle with it. I struggle with everything from technology at church to technology when I was a teacher to technology when I'm helping people with websites. It's not because the technology is hard. It's because I expect to be faster than everybody else. And that's not right. When I do stuff at church, I want to work perfectly. I don't want mistakes. I don't want glitches. And technology glitches, that's kind of part of its thing, if everything works right on a Sunday, sound, lights, video, everything works perfect, we celebrate it because it happens it doesn't happen. It happens so rarely that it's like a party. Okay, but yet I expect it every week to be perfect. Again, not the smartest man on for that. I also am anxious because right now I'm not working, and I'm not really making any money, and my wife sees this, and now she's not saying, hey, go to work, or hey, do more, but I know it's a struggle because right now every time I do something, it's a process. It's not quick. It's not painless. It takes me time. It takes me energy. It takes a lot of thought. And I feel like I'm letting her down. Has she said I'm letting her down? No. Has she said, hey, you're a horrible person? No. But I feel that way. I feel that I need to do more. Now, I want to do stuff outside. But if you're from New England, the weather has been absolutely horrible for like weeks. For like 9 weeks in a row. The weather, we've had like 1 day here, 1 day there. We've had like 4 good days in like 9 weeks. You can't do a lot of stuff outside if it's cold, wet, rainy, dreary every day. So, I've been doing other things. I fixed the light. I fixed the fan wiring system. I have, done the website stuff. I've tried to clean the house. I've done some laundry. I've done that. I've done little things. I'm not even close to doing the amount of stuff she does. I don't know how she does it. She's amazing, but I'm struggling with even keeping up with her, and I understand that. But every day I'm trying to do 3 things. I think I said that yesterday. Every day I'm trying to do 3 things. 3 things. 3. That's it. Just 3. And so far I've done it. Today's day 3, so it's not like I've been doing it forever. I've done, I've done 2 things today. I'll do 1 more thing when I get home, and maybe I'll cook her dinner. That'd be nice, right? Come home to a cooked meal. She normally has practice on Wednesdays. She doesn't have it tonight, so that's good. We spend a little time together. But that's my anxiety today, and I have realized, as I've said before, talking to people helps. Doing this helps. Manual, tactile things help. Small things. I'm not going to go out there and start, lifting big bales of hay and taking down a house. But small things. Small projects. Small individual things. So that's what I'm doing. So I think I'm going to continue this. Like every day I think, I won't do tomorrow. No one cares. I care. And if you're watching this and you struggle like I do, I care. I don't understand because I don't understand me. I can't understand you, but I care. I care if you're struggling with depression. I care if you're struggling with anxiety or PTSD, or you're just having a day. I care. I care because someone has to. we have to start caring more. I think we've all forgotten how to care about each other, care about the world, care about the children, care about the adults, care about people who have been left behind. If I know you, which most people watch this, I know. If I know you and I've ever said anything to you that made you feel like I don't care or you're not important, I'm sorry. To all my students I've had in the past, if I've ever made you feel stupid, dumb, less than, that wasn't my intent. When I made a test that I knew you were going to fail, there was a purpose for it. It wasn't to make you feel dumb. It was when you did pass it, when the end came and you did amazing. It was to show you that everyone falls. Can you get back up? Right now, I fell hard. Being denied teaching jobs and other jobs because of what's going on up here. It hit me hard. It hit me real hard. It hit me hard, and I fell. But doing this and therapy and meds and talking and making tweaks might help. So thank you all for listening, watching, and doing. I'll continue to do my best because that's all I got. Until next time.